you have not heard this album, right?
I have not.
I listened to it once in the car, kind of half listened because we have a toddler who was also watching Bolt or something like that at the same time. So I got half Bolt, half Little Simz. But we're going to be listening to Little Simz, Lotus. I don't know a lot about Little Simz. I've heard great things.
Mhm.
And what I've heard, I've liked. I can't say I've been really drawn in yet. And again, I've talked about this before. I just have an aversion to the British accent in rap, and that's my problem. I can't. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a problem I have. I'm
Mhm.
just so steeped in the accent, the American accent, especially New York accent, and then I've grown accustomed to the Southern accent and the California accents,
Yeah.
Houston accents. But I've just had a harder time really getting into British hip hop for whatever reason, or any other, French hip hop, for instance. I've had a harder time getting into something I'm trying to get over. And what I've heard of Little Simz, I like. So I'm excited to get into this to see what she's got
Mhm.
because, like I said, I've heard good things, and that's really all I have to go on. You've heard a little bit of her music.
I've heard one song.
Okay.
One song, and it wasn't bad. She doesn't fit at least from the one song I heard, she doesn't fit that frame of British rappers. Like,
Mm.
it wasn't a super thick accent. Because there's some out there that have real thick rapping British accents.
Well, and I think what happens for me is because I tried to listen to British hip hop in the past, it was always like this British accent mixed with trying to sound like a New
Mm,
York rapper.
yeah.
And maybe that's what grated on me. And I know from the bits I've heard that it doesn't sound like she's trying to sound like anyone else or
Yeah.
trying to fit into some mold. It sounds like she's doing her own thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into it. First song is Thief. This is
Love
Little
the
Simz, Lotus. The artwork,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. Simple, minimalist, like the splash of pink.
Mhm.
June 4th and the night is fading. How am I escaping? My reasons don't need explaining. 8 months to the Pisces season changes. Why is this Gemini hating? No, you thought my career right now will be failing, but my ship won't stop sailing. You talk about God when you have a God complex. I think you're the one that needs saving.
I like that.
I
Mhm.
was under the spell and now my spirit's awakened. My life can't be controlled by no pagan, so I don't know why you came in. We went from 100 down to 0, and guess it is all your fault. Your name weren't popping until I worked with you and I did a whole lot of shit.
Oh, she's starting this off with a diss song. I have no idea who she's talking to, but
Got no shame, no pride. Why do you lie? Why do you lie?
one of Lauryn Hill's major hits on Miseducation was a diss song aimed at Wyclef. That's the
Mhm.
theory anyway. So I'm not mad that she's starting this off with a
song
diss
is
song.
that? Is that X Factor?
No, it's Lost Ones.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Why do you steal? Why do you spill blood and then go hide? Why do you take the rule book from people that hurt you and use it as a guide? I'm lucky that I got out now. It's a shame now.
Keeping that
I feel
cycle
sorry for
going.
your wife. June 15th, and my brain is fucking fried. This person I've known my whole life, coming like the devil in disguise. My jaw was on the floor, my eyes never been so wide. But I quickly found the door the moment I realized you were there. And you know what it means. La 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 la. Selling lies, selling dreams. Thief, thief, making me feel like I was the guest. jest, but I pay for that jet. When I think back to it, it's a joke, but we know there's truth in jest. Your company going down the hill, thank God I never signed no deal. I'm trying to forgive myself, I don't need to forgive you so I can heal. Years of living on eggshells, no one can believe that you meant well. I lost part of myself in the process, can't bring back those dead cells. Financial exploitation, emotional exploitation, calculated and conceited manipulation.
I like this chorus. I like when a chorus doesn't have the same melody as what's happening in the verses. When they can break out of that and give me something different,
Yeah.
it gets me excited to hear it every time it comes back around.
Yeah.
And I really love the drums in this song. Whatever that, it almost sounds like a live drummer. So I'm not sure if it's a live drummer or a drum loop of a live drummer.
Yeah.
But it's really,
This song gives me Doomtree vibes.
yeah, I can see that. It's got a little bit of a punk feel happening. So I could
Yeah.
definitely see that fitting into Doomtree.
I sit and think, what did I do? But that's what abusers do. Make you think you're crazy and second guess your every move. Psychological mental abuse will leave
Need to know who her abuser is now.
leave more than scars. June 20th, I was torn apart. Therapist asking what's on my mind. Where do I start? I'm in a survival mode, banging my drum in tribal mode. Why you so obsessed with me? I bet you wishing that I would fold. I ain't never listened when I was told, and I was told you the thing, and you know what it means. La 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 la. Selling dreams.
What a cold way to open up an album. Like with this beautiful artwork, and then you press play. If you're the person who she's dissing,
I would stop listening right there.
love these drums. And that guitar in the back.
How dare you? I was shutting down the world and it scared you. Can't hold a girl down, it's this bad. She ain't nice with my nails and my hairdo. Not the type that would trip off nostalgia. Too nice, but my silence is louder. Spend enough, but my finance is louder. I'm not the type to abuse all my power. Realness in the village I come from. All my dolls gotta sleep with a muzzle. You can do shapes around all you want, but no, I'm the missing piece to the puzzle.
As I walk this wicked ground, keep me away from the devil's palm. I am the
Can't never forget when the shit stay flooded. Niggas didn't believe him.
I like this structure, especially coming from that more traditional like verse chorus song. This one where she's bringing that little hook back in just for a couple bars, and then she's back into her verses, and it's really as a person who's recorded music myself, I have a really hard time with what she's doing really well here, and that's over this like driving beat, these heavy drums, this like really kind of sinister sounding bass, but she is really laid back, and she's just following that drive. I would be much more aggressive over this.
Yeah.
Before I eventually held myself back over months of figuring out how to deliver it, she's doing it really well.
So could've drowned, but I stayed with a mic. Why you niggas all bald no white? They obsessed with my genius plan, and that's being as free as I can. They want you to stop, then they leave you to rot. But that's just not my frequency, man.
As I walk this wicked ground, keep me away from the devil's palm. As I walk this wicked ground, keep me away from the devil's palm. I am the light. I am the light.
Number one is play
laying out the rules for us.
Don't get caught in your own trap. Every bad breed has a good trait. Number 3, take care of yourself. Be vigilant, man, and you help.
Amen.
Pray you can make it to heaven, and they're trying to drag you to hell. Number 4, don't react to a clone. Don't be the one throwing stones. Never eat with the hyenas, cause they will look at you as bones. Number 5, keep the business away from the family. Sibling rivalry's vicious. It's meant to be you and them God in the blood, protecting the family business. 6, don't quit. Keep building it brick by brick. Takes $1 million to send you to prison, $1 million to get you a house and a stick.
As I walk this wicked ground, keep me away from the devil's palm. As I walk this wicked ground, keep me away from the devil's palm. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light.
Man.
That song felt like a follow-up to the opening track. Like, let me put out this diss song. Let me say what I have to say. I have to get it off my chest.
Yep.
This has been done to me, and I need to, heal. I think she uses the word heal in the song. And then let me lay out for you how to sidestep the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like if you're in this same sort of situation, let me show you how to get the hell away from it.
Yeah. I got a lot of visuals during that song. Like in my head, I'm seeing a movie and it's almost like Ocean's 11 where they're like leading up to the heist and everyone's kind of doing their part to get it ready.
Like a montage of people moving pieces.
Yeah.
Moving around. Yeah.
And it's getting ready for the big heist.
Well, I mean, that's a really good point. Like that song itself feels very, very much like it could play a part in a movie.
Yes.
Like it could, like it's a song that's made for syncing to movies. Really intense color. Like it felt really dark and moody, and serious. And I love that she doesn't come off as preachy to me. But she is dropping gems. She's not doing it in a coded way like a Kendrick would, or a Lupe would. So I wouldn't put her in that realm of like lyricism. She's doing a different thing. She's being a little more literal. She's laying things out for you, but they're real gems.
Yeah.
So I really like what I'm hearing so far.
Yeah.
This is Young.
Yeah. Mic testing 1 2 1 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
Here we go.
Who's that creeping in my window? I get a hot flash whenever the wind blows. Nothing to my name now when everybody knows. When I'm in need of cash, I go down to the bingo. Last night I asked Jenny for a quid. This is the
very
fifth
British
time
pop.
I'm used to
Yeah.
taking the piss. A bottle of Rio and some chicken and chips in my fuck me up pumps and my Winehouse quiff.
We love you, Amy.
Who's that knocking at the front door? It's the mailman. Bills, please no more. I'm 20-something young with my priorities straight. I need to buy booze and I need to buy a draw. This summer I'm going out every night. Anyone can get it, I ain't scared of a fight. You can be down or be on the other side, but this is my idea of the perfect life.
Living out your wildest dreams, yeah, we're just young and dumb.
Very British pop. Like I said, I listened to this album once, and at the end of this song, I was like, what on earth was that?
Okay.
And thinking, I don't ever need to hear that song again. But now that I'm listening to it with a little more depth, I'm not saying I'm going to listen to this song again, but I think it serves a purpose here. Like, she came in giving us this story of what has happened to her, what's
Yeah.
been done to her,
Yep.
and how she feels about it. Then she's giving us lessons about how to avoid it. Now she's like cutting loose. Like, okay, I'm over it. I'm past it. This is me moving on. That's how I'm feeling about this. Like, I'm going to go out on the town. I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to go have a great time. I'm not going to worry about shit. I'm going to fight with a cop, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling like this serves. I'm not saying I'm going to listen to it again because I probably will not. But British pop's just not for me. And here's another thing. I wonder if there's some sort of like resurgence of like, you know, British poppy bands in the UK. I have no idea.
Yeah. I wouldn't know either.
But if there is, and this also plays that role, you know, as a radio type song, it very well may. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Who's that over there giving it the bidding? Sorry, officer, I don't want to go to prison. I know that I was taught, but I probably didn't listen. But taught myself to fire when I needed
Hold on.
ammunition. I taught
So you think that this is after everything that happened. In my head, I'm still in movie mode, and this is a flashback to me of before the fame, before that person ruined everything. And the reason that I am saying that now is because it says, but I probably didn't listen. In the very first song, it says something along the lines of, but I didn't, you told me I didn't listen, or something of that nature. So I feel like it's kind of going back, maybe.
I like that.
I don't know.
No, I like that.
myself to sing and I taught myself to shout. I taught myself how
myself
to
to
get by
sing.
and go without. I taught myself to make a proper English breakfast, cause I'm a little teapot, short and stout. I'm that girl all alone in the crowd, cause all of yous are followers and do it for the clout. I can't afford to be what everybody's on. The only way I can afford is if you do a discount. Next summer I'll probably be overseas. I speak a lot of French. Oui. Maybe just a hater, cause my future's bright. And this is my idea of the perfect life.
Living out your wildest dreams, yeah, we're just young and dumb. No responsibilities, don't care for anyone. Dance like there's no one around, yeah, it's just you and me. We don't care for finances, cause love is all we need.
Yeah, so don't be looking at my face weird. I am somebody that they feared. I just wanna play my bass here.
I'm liking your read of it better. I'm liking that read of it, that it's a flashback to simpler times before they knew the rules, before they knew the game.
When they were young.
Yeah. And when she delivers, like the way she delivers young and dumb, it almost sounded like a parody of being young and dumb. So that almost felt like everyone's saying we're young and dumb. So yeah, we're just young and dumb. you know,
Yeah.
but really I'm chasing my dreams here, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
This is Only featuring Lydia Quito. And the drums on this album are great.
Yeah, they are.
Even in the British pop song, the drums were good.
Wanna get swept in my BM, yes. Brunch in Soho with Michelin star chefs. Stepping out of place, smelling like success. Can't take a break from making dumb checks. I'ma spend my M's, pass through the ends. Tattoo on their chest, saying SIMZ. I know you wanna live your dreams, baby. Girl from the hood, turn into a queen, baby. And we blessed, no stress to impress. In my arm, yellow the gold vest. London to Jamaica, Rome, I born them. When you see the Rasta, you have to salute them. We ain't here for all that hateful stuff. It's funny how they always wanna hate to love. It's you off in fog on my day to day. It's only you that got me thinking safe to say, huh? Don't you keep me waiting for no other. All the lessons that I learned when I was with you. You don't need to call another lover. I'm only about you. You know I need you here in my life. Have you by my side? I can never give this up, even if I tried. I'm reserved for you, they can't have my time. I see heaven when I look at you in the eye. It's a blessing we alive. I'm always on what we be on when we decide. Being in your arms is the freest I've ever felt. I is him and he is I. Give you love, I give you love. This adrenaline, are you feeling the rush? When you ain't here, babe, I've been needing your touch. As if your voice, it wasn't healing enough. Sometimes you gotta let go, baby. Understand when your house ain't a home, baby. Through the rain, we built up the courage. So now the harder they come, we rising above it. No, don't you keep me waiting for.
Where are you feeling like this fits in your movie?
Well, I mean, every movie you have to have a love interest.
Do you think this is a love interest? Do you think it's literal?
I took it that way, yes, but now I don't think so because you don't think so.
No, I'm not saying I don't think so. It certainly could be, and
Oh, go ahead.
or
Sorry.
it could be the music, this thing
Yep.
she's been chasing, the thing that she was almost stolen from her in song 1. She's laying out the lessons for her in song 2. She goes back in time on song 3 and says, yeah, we're just young and dumb,
Yeah.
but I'm chasing my dreams. I'm chasing my dream love.
Yeah.
And then this is now reflecting on what you have.
Mm.
This is after the flashback to the harder times, the simpler but harder times. And, before the hardest times, once you've gotten the thing you want and it's being taken away from you.
Mhm.
And now she's reflecting on her own success and what we found. And the reason I'm thinking that, I was unsure whether to take it literal or not until she started saying, understand when your house ain't a home, baby. Through the rain, we built up the courage and, things like that. Like we've had it hard. The place we thought was our home was not. So I'm
Yeah.
feeling like it's
I could
metaphoric.
see that. I could see that.
All the lessons that I learned when I was with you. You don't need to call another lover. I'm only about you. Only about Look, however you need me, I'm down for the cause. If you say we're going to war, we're going to war. Cause even when I failed to see myself, baby, see me. Genius, man, something you can teach me. I'll tell you my truth, we ain't gotta move. Just enjoy the view on the roof. Call the owner, tell him we dining for 2. If it's down to me, it'd be up to you. I'm the proof, I'm no one to choose, not no one to lose. Go.
I really like the island sound to the drums. Really helps it feel light.
Yeah. Going back to what I said, every movie needs a love interest. It could totally play into what you're saying. The love interest is the music.
Oh yeah,
It doesn't have to be a person.
Yeah, totally. That's what I think. This is Free. When I first heard this sample or interpolation or, I don't know if it's original, but it felt to me like I kept waiting for it sounds almost like an interpolation of Walk On By, I think it is. Like, walk on by. Walk on by.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think.
But I just kept waiting for that second part to come in. Listen to that again, see if you hear it.
Okay.
Walk on by. I just keep waiting for that
Yeah.
to happen. I don't know if it's related at all, but
I think that love is forgiving yourself. I think that love is offering your immediate help. I think that love is everything that we need in this world. I think the key is being honest and being yourself. I think love is
I have a beat on my computer that I've remade 3 different times because I found the sample in like 1999 or something and made the beat, and I've remade it with new drums and new instruments multiple times, and the sample says love is.
Mm-hmm.
I should have sent it to her.
understanding that people can change and loving them anyway through every stage. I read all about love, then I gave it to Jade. Love is sharing knowledge, there's so much to gain. Love is every time I put pen to the page. If I don't love what I'm doing, then I'm hardly engaged. Yeah, God, you love me though I am flawed. I know.
That feels like a double. She's not, like I said, she's not super layered with her lyrics, but if I don't love what I'm doing, then I'm hardly engaged. Feels like a double to me.
It does.
Engaged as in engaged in what you're doing, but also engaged like the ring.
Yeah.
I'm not an innocent child, but I am yours. And if you're with me, you are safe. I know my body isn't immortal, but I am brave. I think you know it's real love when it's sincere. I'ma show them I ain't scared, eradicate fear, yeah. Said that we will never ever crash, phone under pressure. Love guitar, use it to do better. Love is something that you can't measure. No judgment, no pressure. It's your letter, your words for whomever. I think that fear is not trusting yourself. I think that fear is keeping true information withheld. I think fear can be exposed in abundance of wealth and then creeps in when you're not loving yourself. Fear can be dressed in a form of protection. Fear can be the culprit of slowing progression. Can be impulsive and be an obsession. I think we fear all the answers, so we don't ask the questions, yeah. I think that shit is a lethal weapon. I think we fear being naked from the fear of rejection. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, then why are we obsessed with seeking perfection? Fear will probably hear this and feel exposed.
I'm never going to hear the phrase if beauty's in the eye of the beholder the same way again because of the way she just delivered that. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, that's going to be the way I hear it from now on.
Say beauty again.
Beauty. Wow, I love it.
Fear works best when love isn't close. But love will never judge you because of your pain. Look in the mirror and say, I love you unconditionally every day. Said that we will never ever crash, phone under pressure. Love guitar, use it to do better. Love is something that you can't measure. No judgment, no pressure. It's your letter, your words for whoever. Said that we will never ever crash, fold under pressure. Love guitar, use it to do better. Can't hold me down cause I've always been. Why they always wanna hate when the love is. Hear me now, mic check, it was 1, 2. One more, but one enough,
three.
so I had to get. I remember when they said nothing in life is. Evil spirits cannot enter when your soul is. MJ said he got the tunes, I should pull up at. Every time I bust a lyric, I've been feeling so. Every time I'm on the stage, I've been feeling so. Auntie Simbi, what she call me when my knees turn. Used to bump the train to college, I would travel for. Never miss a countdown, it was 5, 4, 2, 1, take off in the air. Shout my brothers locked in the can, trying to get. There's a war outside, pray that people go. Shout my brothers locked in the can, trying to get. There's a war outside, pray that people go. Shout my brothers locked in the can, trying to get. Said there's a war outside, pray that people go. Shout my brothers locked in the can.
There's definitely a lot of like life lessons in what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't help but appreciate that. I'm locked into having to put that in all of my music. I just can't do it without it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate when someone does it really well. She's doing it really well. Next up is Peace. Moses Sumney and Mira May.
Never heard of these people.
I haven't either. But I like these instrumental beds that she's got that sound a lot like live players, and they very well may be. I don't know. But then also these, vocal samples, whether they've been sampled from her or someone else or sampled from a record or whatever. These really simple vocal samples are a really nice bed for her, I think.
Yeah.
I do wish, this is me totally nitpicking, but I do wish her vocals were mixed a little bit louder.
Mm.
And I thought that in the car because with the road noise, it was really hard to hear her over the drums and the bass of those first couple of songs. So I wish she was mixed a little bit louder, but that's me totally nitpicking.
Trekking through the rain just to build. To now whipping beamers out of town through the hills. She thinks about where she begun and what it takes.
I have that tattooed on my thigh.
What?
I gotta find peace of mind.
Funny.
From Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. I wouldn't have connected those two things, but I mean, certainly she's inspired by that. This album feels a lot like Miseducation, like life lessons, R&B. There's a lot of R&B feel. She's got a lot of island sounds in here, and Lauren recorded Miseducation in Jamaica. So there's a lot of connections here.
All the choices, her L's and her mistakes. All you can do is try your best. So if you can't give her wisdom, at least just give her grace. The weight of the world ain't causing her to retreat. How can we sleep when there's murders in the streets? Guilty taking a bite, but knowing she gotta eat. A time we should be praying for nothing other than peace. A time we should be holding each other for all the grief. God gave her the gift of delivering you a speech.
Don't be afraid when you're falling, you're falling. Trying to find yourself on the way. Don't miss your calling, you're calling.
I like the mix of that voice way out here.
I got to find some peace of mind.
They didn't let you in when you waited.
And she's right
Thinking
down
on
the
how
middle.
to balance a day shift.
Yeah.
One thing you never harbor is hatred. I know the space you're in is sacred. All of the tools are at your disposal. How can you be the greatest but noble? The mountain moves, the climb is steep. Who are we looking up to as moguls? Royal, empress, life
Question right
riches in
now.
excess. Minimalism don't mean you spend less. Love is the currency and it's endless. Don't be a victim of your reality. Yo, it can be draining getting through each day. And sometimes we ain't got the capacity. All I'm really needing is clarity. We all need something we can believe in. That everything's happening for a reason. In your heart you will always be home. So make peace with what you outgrow.
I like that line.
Don't be afraid when
Wait
you're
to
falling,
save my thoughts for the end. I can't stop it right here.
trying to find yourself on the way. Don't miss your calling, your calling. I got to find some peace of mind.
Chasing after empires, I'm lying. Wishing I could falsify the grains of time. But my sleep's been weak. 7 generations of needing relief. How do you find it when the sun's the patriarch? Ooh.
feels like I'm losing control. I close my eyes, feel the rain, pray to God, no, I gotta let it go. I won't stop trying, no, 'cause I deserve it all. Yeah, yeah. I got to find some peace of mind. Mm-mm.
That voice was incredible.
Yeah, I think both of those singers
Yeah.
were great. And I think that's a real testament to just her ability to make a good song
Mm.
instead of having to be the main voice of every song.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that's hard to do for a lot of people. And she laid back and let everybody hear feel bigger.
Yes.
I also thought throughout that the vocal sample, the I've got to find some peace of mind, could have gotten repetitive.
Mm.
It didn't, but I think it didn't because they brought in all these extra voices
Mm.
that were able to shine in those moments. The music kept changing, like something would get bigger. Like
Mm.
a lot of it was right straight down the middle, and then every time they'd change something, it would be way out here in your headphones. So the mix really helped it not get stale.
Yeah.
Um, that was really cool. It just kept moving it, and it didn't like. I'm gonna reach again with another. I reached on the E40 video we just did, but I'm gonna reach again here. What it feels like to me is a river, and not in the sense of the rivers moving past you, but more in the sense of you're never seeing the same river twice. When you look at the river, it's new
Mm.
water, and
Mm.
that water's passing you, and then it's new every moment. There's
Mm.
something new passing by you. That's how this felt to me. Like I'm sitting in one place watching it, but it's continuing to give me something new, something fresh, something different at every moment.
Hmm.
That's sort of how it felt.
I love that.
So
I love that breakdown.
because it didn't like rise and fall. It wasn't, there weren't big crescendos or
Mm.
anything like that. It just felt stable and steady, but always changing.
Yeah.
And you pointed out the line,
So make peace with what you outgrow.
and make peace with what you outgrow. And why did that line strike you?
Because that's something I'm currently going through. I'm
Mm.
outgrowing a lot of different stages and people and just things in life. I'm outgrowing a lot of things. I'm almost 30. Well, I don't like saying that. I'm a couple years away from 30. So, it's time to outgrow being a 20-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that has to keep happening.
Mm.
I think a lot of people get stuck not outgrowing things.
Yeah.
And, that's part of why this channel became a thing, because I want to listen to new hip hop. I don't want to be stuck in the boom bap era
Mm.
when I learned to, really love it and participated in it. I've outgrown that. It doesn't mean I can't love it still,
Yeah.
but I also want to see where this thing that I love continues to go.
Yeah.
I have to grow with it.
Yeah.
And, last night we were just in downtown Detroit. We're here for the Kendrick show in Detroit. And we went to downtown Detroit and we got food at Mom's Spaghetti, Eminem's restaurant. and and I used to be a big Eminem fan. I feel like I've outgrown or grown in a different direction
Mm.
than where he's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm not as big a fan of his music anymore. And it's that way with a lot of rappers that I really loved at one point in time for one
Yeah.
reason or another. I'm okay with outgrowing them. Like I
Yeah.
can still recognize that he's an incredible rapper.
Yes.
He's changed the game in a lot of ways. And this goes for all the music that I love, not just Eminem, But they changed the game in their way,
Mm.
and now we're in a different place.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think that's a really great line for you to latch onto. Next up, Hollow.
Law and order. You was in my corner allegedly. What a fake supporter. Got a clean heart, I'm Toller's daughter. Daylight, robbery of my soul when my world got smaller. Couldn't believe it was somebody I know, a smooth talker. Pride and ego, law and order. Got family ready to kill for me, yeah, get a man sauced up. But what kind of woman would I aim to be if I can't even pray for me? Don't expect no loyalty is what life taught her. What a life that threw me bricks. There's a story written by your favorite author. You're the highest paid, allegedly. God's saving grace, allegedly. You want the best for me, allegedly. But all you got is evil eye and jealousy. It's a lot to process. God complex, finding Nemo, pride and ego, law and order.
I keep thinking she's saying Lauren order.
I was going hard for the team, no one going harder than me. On a world tour everywhere while I'm in a stew, ras and a beat. I was writing bars in my sleep, pouring out my heart on my sleeve. You was moving like one leech. Your presence is far from a treat. They ask why I'm starving the streets. This nigga trying to hold my shit up. I'll never forget when you told me give up, and that my big dreams were far from a reach. And then I broke the tide and brought sand to the beach. To the beach. Imposter posing, your life ain't candid. No song you make can repair the damage. Money, 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 money. Threw you off balance, law and order. You told me be wary of the sharks and then you became one. What can anyone truly expect from a day one? Moral injury. This is no longer a mystery. I know exactly how we got here. I had to accept I'd been had. Entitled people are lazy, and as members we rationalize that. You're not for the culture, you're just for the cult. They love bomb you to start, then cuff you by the heart, then watch you fall apart, then it's too late by the time they reveal their cards. I think that's an art. Recovery ain't just for addicts. When you're gaslit, that's the work of a deeply insecure person, emotionally immature person. I don't expect you're not a flawed person, but I thought you was good at the core person. Our people is who we do this for person. That's not your person. I accept life as its ways, but I don't have to forgive to finally be okay.
Ooh, that last line.
Yeah, I just want to go look at some of those lyrics. All right, let's look at some of these. She did a lot of cool things here. Number one, the delivery over this was incredible. This would be really hard to write and fit into for a lot of people. And you know, like all of the other songs, she's not really like layering and hiding things here, but I did like you told me to be wary of the sharks and then you became one. What can anyone truly expect from a day one? I really like that question. I think we, as a culture, tend to, and you and I have talked about this a ton, but we tend to say, your family, you've been here from the beginning. You know, we're connected in a deeper way. We have to have each other's backs.
Right.
And that's not true for most people in reality. It's something that's nice to say, but it's not really true.
Yeah.
And I think we've both seen that in a lot of different ways.
Yes. Yes.
You're not for the culture, you're just for the cult. Thought was really great. Just you're not here to be a participant and further this culture. You're here to have people follow you and look up to you.
Yeah. There's a part, it's not necessarily just the lyrics. She starts to get a little aggressive and then she kind of catches herself. And I think in the
Takes a
last
breath.
line of the whole song kind of just formed that all together for me of like, this is like, I know you did me dirty, but I'm just going to move on from it. I can't be angry about it anymore. I can't hold
Yeah.
on to it anymore. I'm just letting it go, but I don't forgive you. So
Mhm.
I like that she kind of brought that into her cadence as well.
Yeah, I thought the part that was uh, kind of laying out the game, like they love bomb you to start, then
Mhm.
cuff you by the heart, then watch you fall apart. Then it's too late by the time they reveal their cards, was really well written,
Mhm.
and really lays out how this works, how it can be used as a weapon.
Yeah.
Um, I really loved that she just kept saying person.
Mm.
She's not saying him or her. She's not using the name. She's keeping it anonymous.
Mm.
And I don't like that for the reason of like, oh, you don't need to air your dirty laundry. I like it more of you're in it for the cult, so I'm going to keep you anonymous. I'm not giving you any
I'm
extra
not
shine
giving
here.
you that.
You know who you are.
Yep,
You
love
know
that.
what you did. You're listening to this. I
Mm.
guarantee it.
If the shoe fits.
Yeah. And the
Love
line you
that.
liked was, "But I don't have to forgive to finally be okay."
Mhm. Love
Yeah.
that.
I do too, because there's a big push for like, well, you have to forgive to move on. And I
Mhm.
just don't think that's true. You can move on.
Yeah.
You don't have to forgive people. You can just move past it. Some people are just bad, and
Yeah.
that's the way it is.
Yeah.
All people is who
All right, next up, Lion.
Lion.
This person, I don't know how to say it. I'm going to butcher it. Obangjayar.
That would have been way better than I would have said it.
Maybe. I have no idea. They were on the second song as well. The one with just the drums and the bass.
Mm.
That was her really laid back.
Mm.
And I didn't mention them before, but I thought what they add is incredible. So
Bet you never seen a young black woman so fly. Simz arrived, got the heart of a lion, my Nigerian pride. Everybody scatter.
right here, just these like tribal, she
Mhm.
just said Nigerian. I'd been wondering what her like ethnicity is. And that makes sense with there have been some, African sounding
Yeah.
words that have been used. These drums feel tribal. So I love that she's bringing in this part of
Mhm.
her.
Yeah.
And when that breakdown happens, like when the music stops and she's just rapping and a beat's coming back in,
Mhm.
what we expect is this like
This huge.
this like kick snare,
Yeah.
that's what we expect, the typical
Yeah.
boom bap.
That's exactly what I was expecting.
But she brings it in with these, Nigerian sounding drums. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I want to hear that again.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
We don't care for what they say, that's my superpower. We don't care for what they say.
Bet you never seen a young black woman so fly. Simz arrived, got the
Yeah, that's
heart
cool.
of a lion, my Nigerian pride. Everybody scatter. They say that the task force is waiting for me outside. Yo, is you really down for the ride? If I get cuffed, now I dedicate my life. Gunfire, ra-ta-ta-ta. If it gets the kicking off, will you go there, ma? Will you go there, my side? Give me stainless gold. Think it's the time to finally take my throne. Forget that lane, true, I made my own. I got the power in me, not afraid no more. Is the world gonna keep up? Clear to see they can't do what she does. Come on, follow the leader. Can't deny the truth, forgive until you figure speak up.
Ooh, don't break your neck. Looking for something like this. You will never find something
great.
like this.
Mhm.
The way I skill them and go give me life sentence. Ooh, don't break your neck. Don't break your neck. Looking for something like this. And you will never find something like this.
Understand I'm Lauren in a prime when you
Yep.
see me. The rest when we see the locks, them swinging. I roll up in this bitch looking Nefertiti.
This song feels a lot like I want the vocals to be mixed a little higher, a little louder.
I can,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm really trying to listen to what she's saying,
Yeah.
and it's hard to try to listen to what she's saying and vibe to what's happening all at the same time. Like I want to just get lost in this groove, but I also want to hear her words.
Yeah.
And the mix on her vocals is not letting me do that. I have to like stay super engaged.
I take my last breath. I was down on my luck, past tense. Now it's champagne reception, smart dress out on my hands. It's God's plan, and with these blessings, I try to bless who I can.
Don't break your neck. Looking for something like this. You will never find something like this. The way I skill them and go give me life sentence. Ooh, don't break your neck. Don't break your neck. Looking for something like this.
That's my superpower.
I know. That can be my kryptonite sometimes.
That's my superpower.
This is Enough featuring Yukimi or Yukimi.
She bad in that stiletto. I heard she from the ghetto. Ain't nothing like your average. She on a different level. You think you're who he feeling? Ha 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 ha! I'm screaming. Don't interrupt my song. Okay, bitch, carry on. I thought the world of you. You thought the worst of me. I'm rolled from head to toe. My steez is rock and roll. You see my London girls do it like so. Waste my time is a big no-no. If you ain't gonna move, you should probably go home. Don't make me pull the plug. 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 I've almost had enough. Don't make me pull the plug. Don't make me pull the plug. Don't make me pull the plug. My time is of importance. Her ego on enormous. Like you didn't know I is that girl. I am an electric black girl. I'm not the one to test. I can't take disrespect. So pipe down with all that chest. My actions speak, so I always say less. I'm in too deep when it comes to this music.
Where are you feeling like this fits in your movie? These last two.
The one before, I'm not really sure. Well, okay, yes, okay. The one before is her taking what happened and saying, okay, moving on, and starting to build up that confidence back. And then this is so, because it's another like poppy song, I see it as the exact opposite of Young, because that was also the poppy song, but she was young and dumb and she wasn't there yet.
Yeah, this feels more sophisticated pop.
Yes, she's there. She's confident. She knows exactly who she is and what she brings to the table. So I like, I've been watching a lot of chick flicks lately. Don't make fun of me. Like early 2000s chick flicks.
Oh, God.
And I can just see like a really powerful woman walking down the street, just like,
Yeah.
she's all bright and colorful. Everything else is gray going past her. And she just has like all the confidence in the world. That's what I'm envisioning right now.
Yeah, yeah. Have you like looked at photos of her?
I've seen a few, yes.
She's like always dressed really wild and cool.
Yeah.
So I could totally see that, like just walking through a concrete city.
Yes.
Everything's concrete and gray,
Mm-hmm.
and she's her.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling like these two songs are her learning to feel herself again.
Yes.
And learning to be her again.
Shit, they wanna know who I'm moving with. Just know the brave survive. Maybe that's why I feel so alive. Bad gal, doing like so. Wasting her time is a big no. If you ain't gonna move, you should probably go. Don't make me pull the plug.
And the last song was like,
Don't make me pull the
I don't really care what other people say. That's my superpower.
Yep.
And now it's like, don't make me blow this shit up. Because I'll do it.
Don't make me pull the plug.
I like that she's able to be as experimental and poppy and, doing the things that she's doing while also dropping all these life lessons and, trying to give us gems. It makes me feel like Outkast.
Yeah.
I think Outkast are maybe the best to ever do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is Blood, Little Simz, Wretch 32, and Cash. Sounds like we're getting serious again.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hello?
Twin, Wagwan, where are you? And how's mum?
Wait, hold on. Why don't you phone mum? Long time I ain't heard from you. Couldn't get one word from you.
That's why I just phoned, sorry. And I spoke to mum on her Earth Strong.
What, 8 months ago? Don't try that. It's me every day that she hears from. Arthritis in her right leg. Am I right in saying you see no wrongs?
It's like the woman won't relax. I already told her quit the nurse job. I said I'll put her on a wage. What more can I say if she just wants to work? What?
Well, you can't replace her son with money. Yo, are you even in the country?
Of course I'm never in the country. It's called a world tour, funnily. And all you hit me for is money.
Well, some of us ain't got it like that, and that's not true. I'll call to check on you, and you say you'll hit me right back. Then you're gone for months, but it's nice that you finally called for once.
For once.
Yes, for once.
You're
I'm
saying
just
for
surprised.
once. You're saying for once.
When do you ever call me?
Alright. Distance in the dark. I feel we've grown apart. If you want greener grass, you have to water where you are. Truth is, I just been burning bridges, finding women, hurting siblings, left me tired of winning. Found some people, but they weren't my niggas.
What, even Jay?
That's another day. I've been in the club where I drink the liquor, working through the night, but I'm working with it. Something about our ends I'm missing, cause the mountaintop, it ain't so fulfilling.
No, I hear you. And I've been worried about how you've been coping with it. There's one of you, but there's 2 of us. And I've been in need of my brother's love. But that life ain't sustainable, so don't lose yourself. And how's your health?
I have my days where I drift away and see Granny's face and wanna trade places. That's normal, ain't it?
Not really. If she heard that, she'll turn in her grave. That woman...
I don't know if this is actually her brother, but I'm buying it,
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And I think it's a unique concept. There aren't many, there are a lot of husband, wife, man, woman partners type of songs that are just 2 musicians coming together to make a, partner's song.
Yeah.
I don't hear any sibling songs like that. So,
I can't think of any.
this is a really interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking Clips, obviously, just because they're on the mind right now, but they aren't making songs like this.
Yeah.
And there's Aesop Rock, Blood Sandwich, where he talks about his brothers. I think is a really great example of it. But there aren't many examples, so this is great.
You know one above you. I low-key felt you were the favorite.
That was like,
It's crazy.
hey, that woman,
The rest of the song.
Distance in the dark. I fear we've grown apart.
I like this greener grass, water where you are line.
Greener grass. You have to water where you are.
on a real twin. I really don't know much about your lifestyle or what comes with it, but I know you, so it's weird to feel like I can't phone you. I go to work and they play your songs, and my co-workers ain't got no clue that you're my family and your sister I'm proud to be. So when I hear you talk and what you're going through, it breaks my heart into two pieces. It's like life's got two meanings.
3 series and 4 seasons. I hope you find your reasons. I found mine and found pure weakness, temptation like the group. And I'm so high I'm on the moon, but then I'm so low I'm on the stoop.
Bro, please come home soon.
I'm at home and in the booth, but I can't cuddle on this tune. Drums don't know me like you. Keys just lock me in the
Oh
room.
my god, you're such an artist. What does that mean? In layman's terms, nothing in between.
We're the same but different, and we came up different. I had to take dad's whippings, then I had to shake up prison.
Yeah, well, I had to hold mum crying, so all that pain I ain't buying. Yo, just step outside yourself for 1 sec. You ain't the only one that's got shit suppressed.
I ain't the only one that's got shit suppressed. You ain't the only one that's got intellect. And I only phoned you because
What?
I only phoned you because I need a friend.
My family is my armor. To the muddiest water, 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 water. When you clean up sins and karma, you get the muddiest water, 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 water. Distance in the dark. I feel we've grown apart. If you want greener grass, you have to water where you are.
I feel like it could even be her playing the role of the family member who she's not as connected with as she wishes she was.
Mm.
Like in your movie, in the script of your movie, this is where she's realizing I've made it. I'm feeling myself. I've gotten my own confidence up, but I've left people behind that I
Yeah.
didn't mean to leave behind.
Mm-hmm.
Or that could be her brother. I have no idea, but I do think it's a really human sentiment. And now that she's dealt with the trauma of this person trying to hold her back from what she feels like she's supposed to do,
Yeah.
and now that she's feeling herself, she can deal with real human emotions that all of us deal with.
Mm.
This is Lotus title track, Michael Kiwanuka and Yusuf Days.
I think I've heard Yusuf Days before.
Tried to punish me. From troubled mind I came to find
My halo tried to punish me.
Mm.
Paranoia got me looking out the window. Mood might change depending on how the wind blow. When I was young, no one told me health ain't always physical. Looking around, I ain't no different from my kinfolk. I pray we heal with words, too jobless, no man can curse. I pray that I'm a vessel when I stay giving all I've learned. Self-love means putting me first, the greatest love story on earth.
And my pain is a glory. He kept trying to control me, but your God isn't for me. So I'll be moving on. In your head you forsake me, but my heart is breaking. Unlike you from a flower, I see the breaking
Open fire, all my life a fighter. Dropped out of college, still I made it through the wire. Betting on myself to take me higher. I'm the supplier, 1,000 mini deaths within. All black.
Did you catch the Kanye reference? Dropped out of college, still I made it through the wire.
Mm.
Tire, you brought that woman to a low. I'm my amplifier. It's more than evident. I know I'm what they desire. Can't tell you what the future holds or the day I'll retire. They tell me sin, but it's in your hands to preach into the choir. To get your voice heard, I guess. Take some finesse. This music shit, one big game. I'm playing chess. They want me speak on world issues on the internet, but that's not how I speak my truth. For the way I express, you ain't got a clue how I feel and what I suppress. So when you're in the public eye, I wanna see your best. I've been saying the world's fucked from when I was 12. So don't tell
think she's now acknowledging that, yes, I've gotten through the fire, things are better, but there are always going to be problems,
Mm,
and I'm going to have to deal with those problems head
mm,
on. I also really loved in the beginning, I was waiting to see if it came back, and I haven't heard it again yet, but like in the bed of the music behind her in the beginning, there were what sounded like church bells. There were these alarms going off,
mm.
and it felt like life. Like life's always telling you, you have to do this right now. Like
Yeah.
you have to go. You've committed to this thing. You got to do it. You know,
Yeah.
that's sort of how it felt. And then we get this long, like aggressive piece of her.
Mm.
Rest assured your voice is heard, I'm here listening. But I don't wanna hear about no talk about you giving in. It's okay having a moment of
You hear
weakness,
the
swing it low.
bells again.
Mhm.
But you're the strongest person I know, you know. You know.
My pain is a glory. You kept trying to control me, but your God isn't for me. So I'll be moving on. In your head you forsake me, but my heart isn't breaking. Unlike you from a flower, I see the breaking dawn.
She starts it by saying, "My halo tried to punish me," and then she said, "But your God isn't for me."
Mm.
And these church bells don't fit on the beat.
Mm.
Like they're not a part of the beat in terms of she's not reacting to them like she would to the beat. They're
Mm.
just sounds in the background, almost dissonant to the beat itself. So I'm feeling like she's saying, that's not for me.
Yeah.
You know, that something about that religion or that way of life or whoever it was that I was, entering into that with did me wrong, and I'm not okay with it, and I'm moving away from it.
Yeah.
And I like the imagery of underneath the sky, we fly high. I was always hiding. Now I'm on a mountain. If that's tied to that God and the church, that felt like hiding. And now I've come out into the world.
Mm.
I'm not expecting something else to just, take my sins away.
Right.
I'm dealing with it on my own.
Right.
Or I could just be interjecting my own experiences there. Credits here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I suspect these are a lot of live musicians. Sure sounds like it. Lonely. Where are we at in the track list here?
I'm just thinking, Matt. Oh, I got one song after this.
When I first listened to it, I remember not quite getting the ending coming down like this. I'm
I was
curious.
lonely making an album, attempted it 4 times. Lost my confidence and you wouldn't believe why.
go
Sitting
back
in
a
the
little.
studio with my head in my hands, thinking what I'm. I was lonely making an album, attempted it 4 times. Lost my confidence and you wouldn't believe why. Sitting in the studio with my head in my hands, thinking what am I to do with this music I can't write. Team falling apart and I'm caught in a crossfire. You selling me lies and saying I must buy. Messing with my mental that I worked hard to protect is causing pains in my chest, so it's best that I cut ties. Trying to make an album means bearing my whole truth. Unpacking the fuckery I'm trying to heal through. Imagine telling all to somebody you trust, and that same somebody then holds it against you. It's almost like that somebody's trying to end you. I was lonely making an album till I realized I'm all I needed to get through. So lonely to be alone, race against time, to take it slowly. Playing on the weakness and that's unholy. I'll pray for you. God is who we both need. I was lonely making an album, I ran into mad blocks. Trying to find that girl everybody's a fan of. Couldn't even say what I thought was good anymore. Whether I'm hands on or hands off. Maybe music just isn't meant for me anymore. Maybe I'll erase all these memories from my core. Maybe I'll do more acting and less rapping, cause I don't even know who I'm meant to be anymore. Lonely making an album is tackling all doubt. I'm used to making it with, can I do it without? No figure of speech, I get it by any means. No
You just
sucker is in
bleep
my
the
D's,
name.
it's still having more doubts. On top of that, I'm dealing with somebody who's obsessed with more clout. I was lonely making an album till I realized my story's all I can pour out.
It's interesting to think of her being lonely making this because it sounds so collaborative. Like there's so many other voices and people playing instruments, and
Take it slowly.
it sounds like it was built by a lot of people
Yeah.
who really cared about it, you know?
Yeah.
Playing on the weakness and that's unholy. I'll pray for you. God is who we both need.
It's a much more personal album than I realized in the car because I couldn't hear the lyrics as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot more personal than I thought. All right, last song.
I'm very curious how this is gonna end.
Blue, Little Simz, and Sampha.
What would you do if all of your pennies were limitless? All of your spending be frivolous, all eyes are on you to cover the damages. Would you be generous managing? Would you be calm or be panicking? Does the pound turn us to savages? How do we weigh up or balance this? How would you feel? What would you do if your life was covered in bandages? If you had a family of 4 and the kids wanted things you could never afford? Bailiffs are banging the door, parents are losing their memory. Your brother is in penitentiary, he writing to you but he ain't there mentally. How would you feel? What would you do if you didn't know your identity? The love of your life is wanting to see you, but work is draining your energy. What would you say to your baby girl when she asks you about white supremacy? This generation is fucking the kids up and I'm just providing the remedies. How would you feel? What would you do if you had to write in love and memory? Were you all afraid of seeing the casket making a home in the cemetery? The truth is hard to swallow. The truth is God still loves your enemies. I know the story of Jonah. I know I come with a different aroma. I know my mind is a textbook that they can learn from, even though I ain't got a diploma. Why are we waiting? What is the hold up? Ain't no one asking to live in our shoes. From the same place with different views. Asking for help was never the move. Too much pride and too much to lose. It's true.
There's a lie that we carry on. You and I found a way to be strong.
So how would you feel? What would you do if you thought the world was against you? You didn't talk to an angel. Told him you needed some guidance. You were suffering in silence, like you're on a desert island, feeling hopeless, lifeless. Your body contracted self-doubt, and that is a horrible virus. Is this an incurable climate? Everybody's on autopilot, but when they get the diamond in the rough with minimal effort to find it, it's lonely at the top, but not in the way they described it. Who do you pity or side with? Who do you ride for? Who do you slide with? What is the saying you racking up mileage for? Can you see past all my minor flaws? Are you the type to abide the law? Are you the kind to be risking your life? What is the cause you were dying for? Always believed it was bigger than me, even when blurry and I couldn't see. Yeah, God said I'm the best for the job. I agree. Nothing is promised and nothing is free. Would you still do it with no guarantee? You're either a saving grace or you're a disturbance. What did you do when given your purpose?
It's not the fact that you're not here. It's the way you disappear. It's not the fact that you're not here. It's the way you disappear. And who am I when you're no longer here? There's a lie that we carry on. You and I found a way to be strong. Nowhere near, nowhere near, nowhere near we used to be. Nowhere near, nowhere near, nowhere near we used to be.
How do you feel about that song?
I don't know. It kind of brought me back to, and I don't remember the title of which song it was, but the one that said, I've got to find peace of mind. It's
Mm.
almost as if she had found her peace of mind, but she's still, because the lyrics to me was she was still struggling with the idea of what's right and what's wrong. But the beat and the very ending, it just made me think that she's kind of found her peace of mind with all of it.
Mm. Yeah, I could see that. Um, as a song, I liked it. I liked
Yeah.
both of the last two, Lonely and Blue.
Mm.
Um, I still get the same feeling I did the first time I listened to it in the car, that I wish that it ended on a different note.
Mm.
Like, I almost wish Lion and Enough were the last
ending.
two songs,
Mm.
but I know that even Blood, I could see as a way to end it, like connecting back to something that you feel like you've missed or left
Mhm.
behind or something. But it felt a little more upbeat.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It just felt like it ended on a sadder note, for a
Yeah.
little bit of a forlorn sort of note
Yeah.
that I didn't get through the whole album. So leaving me on that note risks making me feel like that's what the album is.
Mm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah. I could definitely see that. Going against the whole movie idea, because obviously every movie ends with, well, not every movie, but the majority of movies ends with a happy note. Everything comes back
Yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything's fine. You could almost look at it. I know Thief is very like, this is a diss track to whoever hurt me, but if you listen to this album on a loop, it's life.
She
You
comes back to it. Sure.
Yeah. You go through a struggle, you try to find peace with it, you find your peace, and then there's just going to be something else that you're struggling with. And then you're going to go right back to that cycle of struggling with it, finding peace with it, being okay, and then there's something else.
I'm going to push back a little bit.
Okay.
I think that's another reason why I would like to have a higher note at the end.
Mm.
If it were going to be listened to on a loop, you're at a high spot when you've let someone sort of take advantage of you. At least in her case, she's thinking everything's great,
Mm.
but it's stolen from her and she doesn't even realize it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not a true high point, but it feels like a high point.
Mm.
And that would feel more cyclical or more circular to me
Okay.
if
Yeah.
it ended on a higher note and then you come back to Thief.
Mm.
I don't know. I
could see that
I
as
just
well, yeah.
wanted a different ending.
Ending, yeah.
But a lot of my favorite art didn't end the way I wanted it to end, or
Mhm.
didn't pan out the way I expected it to. So
Yeah.
overall, I think we just lost your light behind you.
Oh.
But which is fine because we're ending here. Overall, I think it's great. And I
Yeah.
really appreciate what she has to say
Mm.
and how she does it. It's a really great album.
Yeah.
Um,
I loved it. She's definitely going to be someone I add to my playlist for sure.
Yeah, I think for me, I wasn't annoyed by the British accent at all.
Mm-mm.
It didn't even occur to me, other than the like strange pronunciations that just felt fun to me.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like annoyed by. It may not even be the British accent at all. So what I said in the beginning may not apply. It might just be that here's this person trying to sound like a New York rapper.
Mm.
That annoyed me in the past. But that annoys me about if a person just has an English accent, an American accent, and tries to sound like they're from somewhere else,
Mhm.
that annoys me.
Yeah.
If they're obviously rapping in a voice that isn't theirs, that annoys me. I didn't get any of that I wasn't distracted by that at
Mm-mm.
all with her. So really great album.
Yeah.
Certainly one of the best overall projects I've heard this year. Even the songs that aren't like songs I'm going to listen to a lot, except for maybe Young. I'm going to leave Young out of this conversation. I'm sure it plays its part. That song was not for me at all. But the rest of the album really feels like it was really well executed, and
Yeah.
she probably did exactly what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
So
Great job.
yeah, good work. All right, see you guys next time.
Bye.